Here we are again, more anime inspiring more anime. However, sometimes they can be a little more obvious than the other derivatives. From Dragon Ball to Hunter x Hunter to Naruto and now to My Hero Academia, we have gone on a little trip. But here are the 27 ways My Hero Academia copied Naruto. Warning, spoilers up to the end of Naruto Shippuden and chapter 55 of the Boruto manga, as well as spoilers up to the end of the My Hero Academia manga. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more anime content. For the background of the video, I decided to use Jump Force, one of my favorite games that was only hated by people that were garbage at the game. Enjoy! Naruto and Sasuke equal Deku and Bakugo with switched or mixed personalities. Naruto, the protagonist, is the blonde loudmouth, while Sasuke, the deuteragonist, being the dark-haired, reserved, and analytical of the two. These roles are reversed in My Hero Academia, with Deku, the protagonist, taking the dark-haired, reserved, and analytical role, and Bakugo, the deuteragonist, is the blonde loudmouth. Can do basic jutsu equals no quirk. In a world of ninja where the youngest shinobi can perform the most basic jutsu, Naruto can, at least in the beginning. And in the beginning of My Hero Academia, Deku is one of the 20% of the population in a world of superheroes that doesn't have a power or a quirk. Hokage equals #1 hero or greatest hero ever. Both Naruto and Deku, with the staggering limitations they are presented with at first, aim to be the top ninja or hero. Gaara equals Shoto. First off, they look alike, let's be real. Both have red hair, both have oppressive element-based powers that require little movement on their part, and they both seem to be more powerful than the protagonist and deuteragonist at first. Both were attacked by someone they loved that secretly regretted their existence. Gaara's uncle tried to kill him and was taken away from him as a result. Shoto's mother burned him with water and was taken away from him as a result. Both have a mark on their face, one a scar and the other a tattoo. The Kazekage Raza equals indifferent. The second top ninja we hear about in Naruto, the Kazekage, and the #2 hero in the beginning of My Hero Academia is the father of Gaara or Shoto. Naruto passes the first phase of the Chunin exam without writing anything on his paper equals Deku passing without any combat points. Both thought they failed the exam, but the writer decided to give them plot armor. I mean, they found a different way to pass than we were earlier presented with. Naruto's test was more about not getting caught cheating and having willpower, while Deku's exam had the ultra-unknown criteria of getting hero points for saving people. Chunin exam tournament equals the sports festival. Naruto or Deku were fighting Gaara or Shoto near the climax of the exam arc and helped him psychologically. If you entertain the Deku equals Sasuke and Bakugo equals Naruto comparison, the calm, calculated one didn't do bad but lost to Shoto or Gaara, but the loudmouth blonde one beat him. The reach? I know y'all saw Sakura versus Ino looking like Hiroshima and Tetsu. Similar, evenly matched opponents knock each other out in an evenly exchanged punch. Orochimaru and Madara equals all for one. Let's start with Orochimaru. Both recruit but want the body of a younger character to progress their own agenda and development unbeknownst to the character. For Madara, they both are the arch enemies of Hashirama/Yoji. Both are the senior of the two late-stage villains who are the antagonist focal point of the last arc in the series. Forest of Death equals Forest Training Camp arc, competing with other ninja or heroes in training when they are attacked by villains that were not a part of the original event. Sasuke Retrieval arc equals Hideout Raid arc. The deuteragonist is kidnapped by Orochimaru/All for One, who has a specific interest in Sasuke/Bakugo. The deuteragonist doesn't want the protagonist to come for them, but the protagonist comes anyway. Inari equals Kota, a young boy who at first dislikes and pushes away the protagonist due to previous trauma of their parents dying, causing the young boy to dislike heroes, gets attacked but saved by the protagonist and now looks up to Naruto or Deku, who hold similar values to their lost parents. Itachi equals Dabi. The antagonist's older brother has been switched from the deuteragonist to the #3, if you'll consider Gaara by the end of the first part of Naruto the #3. There was no getting touching him besides Naruto and Sasuke in my opinion, and he even made it into Jump Force along with the two, but anyway. The antagonist's older brother has fire-based attacks, was the prodigy of the family before his younger brother, and the brothers have a final fatal match in which the older antagonist's brother doesn't survive. Killer Bee equals Mirio. The later buddy of the protagonist, Killer Bee is a Jinchuriki just like Naruto, and Mirio had a useless quirk and counted out until he developed and shot to the top, and is a prospect for the #1 hero just like Deku. Both temporarily lost their power, Tails Beast for Bee and Quirk for Mirio, but it was actually retained. Kakashi equals Eraserhead. The later strict teacher of the protagonist and deuteragonist has a powerful and consistently relevant eye ability that is used by others later. threatens to fail the protagonist and kick them out until the protagonist impresses them, has indeed been harsher and failed students in the past, but passed the protagonist after giving them a second try. Now this is a possible reach that will get explained in the next one, but Gran Torino Jiraiya. You were promised an explanation. Aruka and Jiraiya equals All Might. Since Aruka is the reach, let's get it out the way. It's just how fond of the protagonist both Aruka and All Might are. They both at one point let their care for the protagonist get in the way of either letting them face dangers they were ready for or not disciplining them enough. And if we look in order, Naruto went from Aruka to Kakashi and then Jiraiya, while Deku went from All Might to Eraserhead and then Gran Torino. However, All Might fits Jiraiya better in my opinion. Both are highly powerful and regarded ninjas/hero. Both have the closest connection to the protagonist of all the mentors. Both share power with the protagonist. Rasengan or Kurama equals one for all. Starting with the Rasengan, both abilities are unique and passed down. Both are developed by the protagonist like none of the predecessors have ever seen, with Naruto changing the form and properties of the Rasengan and Deku unlocking the quirks of the former one-for-all users. For Kurama, Naruto is shunned by his own village for having the nine-tailed fox that attacked the village inside of him, and Deku is shunned in Season 6 for having one-for-all while the League of Villains is destroying Japan looking for him. Both allow the protagonist to speak to someone within their subconscious. Hashirama equals Yoichi. Both are the arch enemy of Madara, or All for One. Both have been fighting him for years and wishes to stop him even after their death. Parallels between him and the protagonist. Obito equals Shigaraki. Both are influenced by Madara or All for One. Both were similar and relatable to the protagonist who tries to the very end to save them from themselves, and Madara or All for One has the final talk with the protagonist before they die. Akatsuki equals League of Villains. Both are a strong group of villains that want the protagonist for their power, Kurama or One For All. The Big Brother was a member, Obito or Shigaraki is the leader, with Madara or All For One leading from the shadows. Kaguya equals All For One Shiggy. A reach, but the fact that the new being wasn't sure if it was All For One or Shigaraki, I dub him the new third final broken villain at the end, just like Kaguya. Villain Sasuke equals Dark Deku. Another reach, but if you entertain the Deku Sasuke and Bakugo's Naruto comparison, the calm, collected, dark-haired of the two left the village or the school to pursue their own agenda, went through a time where their classmates wanted to bring them back. Both became ominous. Naruto becomes Hokage and Sasuke, the Shadow Hokage, equals Deku and Bakugo both become the greatest hero ever. The entire series, Naruto wanted to be Hokage, and then Sasuke shows up in the middle of the war claiming he would be the Hokage. Deku has always idolized All Might and wanted to be the #1 hero, and it's revealed Bakugo wants the same. Naruto becomes the 7th Hokage and Sasuke the Shadow Kage, who protects the village from the shadows or off the clock essentially. Deku and Bakugo both become the greatest hero ever, as stated by All Might. Sarutobi equals Nana Shimura. Both are Jiraiya or All Might's mentor, both are killed by Orochimaru or All For One. Ten Tails equals Shiggy's multiple quirks. Obviously part of the late stage buff villains trope, but also the many abilities the Ten Tails had is reflected in Shiggy's quirks. Zetsu equal the Nomu or the rest of the League of Villains. There's a war going on, and of course we need the grunts on the antagonist side. Naruto loses Kurama equals Deku loses One For All. No explanation needed. The power that was the main source of their usefulness and relevancy is gone, but the work the protagonist put in isn't forgotten. Both are still able to fight. So yeah, like I said, a lot of anime inspire each other. I'm really curious to see what anime will be inspired by My Hero Academia in the future. Maybe they will switch the evil sibling to the female protagonist and have the evil older sister like Blackfire in DC Comics. Shout out my boy Alex for recording this clip for me because I did not have Jump Force on my Xbox or my PC. Also known as Aragon2138, follow him on Twitch. Let me know what similarities you agree and disagree with and which ones I might have missed. I'm planning to do a video on why My Hero is better than Naruto and where Naruto went wrong. But until then, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more anime content.